So when you think about that, you're like, fuck, I'm fucking old.
Yeah.
Fucking old.
It's
the
okay.
fuck, man?
Getting old is good. It's fun. Because we can do things like buy shit.
Yeah, like,
And
I'm still...
responsibilities.
Well, yeah, I'm still using my extra money to buy, like, video games and shit.
Hey,
so
but you're an adult.
I'm not growing up that much.
I didn't say they're great choices, Shane. They're just choices that you can make.
Hey, I'm proud of my...
And be judgmental.
I'm proud of my decision to play Persona 5 80-hour plus hours.
I can't have that. I can't play video games like that anymore. I don't have time. I like short games.
Yeah.
I think I started a game up like Hellblade. Have you played Hellblade? It just came out.
No.
The graphics on it are insane.
Oh, wait. Isn't that the new kind of Dark Souls-y kind of game?
Yeah, it's like what Ninja Theory made it?
Yeah.
Anyways, the graphics are insane. I played it before flying out here, and it's insane. We have surround sound too. And it's about like this girl who has, I don't know what she has, but she's like not psychotic. What's the
Psychic.
Not psychic, schizophrenic.
Oh, schizophrenic. Oh.
I think she's schizophrenic because the entire time you're playing this game, it's like you're playing with a bunch of friends who telling you what to do. You're like, don't move back, Mo. No, don't go there. No, go, open the door. And it's all happening at like 3 different voices.
Oh my God.
And it's insane. And we're just...
That's so stressful.
Yeah. And my roommate was watching me, and the fights are just like... Here's the thing, too. If you die, like a certain amount of times, I think if you die 10 times, it erases all your saves, and you go back to 0.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that it punishes you for dying too much.
Exactly. So I died one time. I'm like, fuck. It's almost over. But I feel like that game's short because it's only like $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so it's...
maybe they're having a sale. That's unheard of.
Yeah,
Oh.
Or I think it's a short game.
I wonder if it's an indie game. It doesn't look like an indie game. It looks
like a really professional game, and I think they use like real actors or like filming thing, or the graphics are
like
that
they're
good.
using the green screen and they're wearing the suits and they're modeling the models after the actors acting.
They're doing that, but I think they are mixing in with like some video because there's certain moments where you're like talking with a ghost. And like he looks too real, and it's like it fucks with your head a lot.
Do you remember like back in the day when like Sega CD came out and they're like, look at, it's like real actors and it's just like the terrible grainy video.
Was it like Night Trap was one of them?
Night Trap.
Yeah, Night Trap, which I thought that game was like revolutionary because it had video in it. I'm like, how do they play with that?
And it makes me wonder like if we're ever going to get to that point where we're just going to have real actors instead.
Possibly. I mean, it's slowly happening because my favorite games are the ones that are like have a story mode and it ends it might take me 80 hours to play, but I know it's going to end. It can't play forever. I don't know, like Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
That was an end.
Yeah, there was an end to that.
There was a lot of boring parts in that.
Yeah, yeah. You had thoughts when I visited Vegas last. Yeah. You had certain thoughts about Final Fantasy 15. I can't remember what those were now. But.
Yeah, like why is my mission to go see the princess's dress?
Yeah, like threw in like a lot of stuff like that.
Or like I think the very first mission or your very first start of the game. Super excited, starts off with this fire-breathing Ifrit thing.
Yeah.
And then you finally get control, and you're driving a car for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, on the outset...
There's a lot of lows. There's a lot of highs. Some battles and boss battles are pretty good, but there's a lot of lows.
That's such a weird game. It's, it's obviously... They had... a very schizophrenic development process. Obviously, they like made a game they wanted, and then the PS4 came out, and they're like, "Well, fuck, we can't release this on the PS3. Let's reverse it. Let's change directors and
change the entire
basically change the entire thing with leaving a couple key points in it." And that's exactly you feel that in the game. You're like, there's a lot of disjointed like ideas going on, but for me, it kind of worked because I don't know, like my expectations were. I don't know, I guess medium to low or low to medium on it because I just fucking hated 13 with all of my being.
I didn't even play it.
I know. Good. Yeah. You just saved yourself however much it is
lightning?
Now. Yeah, and they had 3 installments to try to make up for how terrible it was and failed miserably.
And all those installments sucked.
I never played them because it was like, well, if I don't understand what happened in the first, I don't want to like. I hate the fact of feeling of I left something out, or I hate the feeling of being caught up with something. Oh, by the way, you missed all this. Or,
right. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck this. But in 15, there's a couple things I liked about it. I liked the whole like, I liked the road trip aspect of it because you're like hanging out with your buddies, and I think they did a really good job of portraying you like going on an adventure with your friends.
Right, and then you camp out with Coleman gear and eat some cup of noodles.
Dude, and those noodles look so good. I've never seen noodles look so fucking good.
But they sold out so hard. Like I've never seen games sell out so bad. It's like, let's go on a cup of noodles quest. Oh, this tasty meat. You know what I like with my cup of noodles? Is some tartan meat.
Tartan or kobayaki or whatever.
And then you have to go kill them beast. And then you get some meat for your cup of noodles.
I think that's what it goes in its favor though, because it's so fucking weird and there's not an RPG.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. It's a good game. It's just very funny. There's certain moments I'm like, why? And there's literally one mission where you're following the guy from point A to point B, and that's it. Like it's a 5-minute drive, and you're just talking, and it's auto drive, so you're holding a button for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it's silly. That part is silly.
It's a silly game.
You're actually in the car with, and spoiler alert if you haven't played the game, but you're actually in the car. And you're actually going on a small road trip with the actual villain of the game.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious he's the villain.
Yeah, like, how does no one know that? Especially in that world. Everyone looks... There's people you're like, okay, they look good. This guy looks pure evil. He has a scarf. He's from Aerosmith.
He has an evil smirk. Yeah. They all have evil smirks.
Right.
I don't know.
Did you watch the movie before it?
I did, and that really helped me like get the idea of the storyline that they're trying to portray, and I can only imagine.
I wish that was the game.
Yeah. I wish. Apparently was the plan to make that a part of the game and just make this whole big thing and maybe make it a two-parter. But I think they said, well, I mean, it was already in development at that point for like, I don't know, 5 years, and it's like, fuck this.
People were like, oh, just get off my plate.
We'll make this like an extra downloadable content, or make this an extra thing. And I really like the animes that they did. Like, I liked all that stuff, and a lot of people criticized them for doing that, but I thought it was cool. I thought they were trying to establish a world, and I think and I think they knew that because, like, the base game by itself, you don't really get much of the world.
Yeah, but you can't, I mean, like Chrono Trigger and all the other RPG games we played, they do create a world in the sense of all that with just one game.
Right. But, I think, though, you have to make the distinction between the two, because Chrono Trigger is a 16-bit game, and you kind of have to use your imagination a lot more. And I think imagination makes up for a lot of stuff. Not to mention, making a game back then was way cheaper.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot more things because it was 16-bit.
Right.
With, if you want to do those same things with Chrono Trigger and you wanted to make it like a cinematic kind of cool thing for PS4 or PC, that's going to take a lot of fucking money and a lot of manpower.
That's true. You know what I think ruined it? Or like not ruined it, but made games that way? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because there's so many characters and storylines. You're just like, oh, I got to know it all. But now it's coming to a point where all the storylines are kind of crossing. Wait, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, of course I do.
Okay, so you're all caught up.
Oh, I'm all caught up, man. You know what's funny? Is that these last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, the one prior to this one, and this one, fucking, I love these seasons more than any other season of Game of Thrones.
But see, you wouldn't have, if you start, well, obviously it's one of those things you have to start from the beginning.
Right.
We've built, it's like, it's holding us back so much, and now they're just giving what we've all wanted in the Game of Thrones show.
Yeah.
Now there's battles, deaths. Oh, I mean, there's always death.
Yeah, they're kind of cutting.
That's all they were giving us.
Yeah, they're kind of cutting to the chase a little bit now because it's past the book. The book, The writers basically got the ending from George R.R. Martin and said, "This is basically what's going to happen, but I'm not so sure on how to do it via the details."
Right.
And the showrunner's like, "Okay,
Great.
we got this.
That's all we need.
We got this."
Yeah.
And so
We're
now
storytellers. We can
I'm
make
really
it up.
interested in, hopefully he, because George R.R. Martin, he's pretty old, and hopefully he actually finishes his version of the story before, like, God forbid something happens to him.
Well, I know there's I don't read. Do you read the books? Because I don't.
No,
really
I
read.
don't. Even though they're right there. Actually, they're all right there. I just put that there for nerd points. They're fake nerd points, but yeah.
You think I didn't notice that? Do you think that was subconsciously like there? And like there's certain you set up this room. It's not normally the room is not set up like this, right?
No,
you just
it
set up these things so I can talk about them subconsciously.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You give me a lot more credit than I deserve.
Yeah, if anything.